This is Jorge Rivera with FirstCoast.tv. There's a big event coming up in October. It's an Oktoberfest. Hey, who would figure that out, huh? And it's brought in by Sertoma. And I have two wonderful people here. I'm with
Malea, Guiriba, Executive Director of Pie in the Sky.
And
John Miglis, Sertoma board member.
all right. And let's start with you, Malea. And what can you tell me about your organization, Farm to Family?
Well, Farm to Family is an outreach program of Pie in the Sky, and we're a mobile farmers market truck that sources produce locally from local farmers and gets it to people who live in the 7 food deserts in St. Johns County. That is, people who don't have access to fresh fruit and vegetables. And the purpose is, of course, to overcome illnesses that are brought about by not having access to fresh food, diabetes, heart disease, high cholesterol, hypertension, and get that fresh fruit and vegetables to them so that they can eat healthier and live healthier.
Okay, so here would be a question someone would ask about that. What's the variety of fruits and vegetables that you bring?
That's a good question, and we are in Florida, so we're not. In some cases, we're not as limited as others, but because we don't have the winters. But and winter is our good growing season. Summer is a tough time. So, in trying to source locally and encourage local eating, helping that local small farmer as well develop a niche market for them and keep those farms alive. We source as much as we can, but avocados, bananas, apples, grapes, those are things we just don't grow in Florida. But we generally carry up to 41 varieties of produce on our truck, and 80% of that is sourced locally during the height of our growing season.
And here will be my last question referring that is, how are the prices comparable to someone like going to Publix or Winn-Dixie or any other of the food chains?
Well, that's another really good question. And we because we're sourcing locally and we're buying wholesale from the farmer, we're able to give that farmer a better price than he would get, say, selling it to a broker. So that helps him. But it also helps us keep our prices lower. We check them weekly so that we are below anything in the market. And we're working on a program now to subsidize the purchase of our produce so that we can bring that tomato that would be $3.69 at the store a pound, that we can bring it 49 cents a pound to our consumers.
Right. And so here's a question to you, John. Your organization is?
Sertoma.
Sertoma. And what does Sertoma do, and how is Sertoma related to Farm and Family or Pie in the Sky?
That's good. Sertoma is a small charity in town here, and we do 3 things really well. We do financial outreach to people who fall between the cracks in the social safety net. Excuse me. If you've lost your job and you cannot afford your diabetes medicine or something like that, we'll step in and pay for it. We'll build wheelchair ramps for you if you're shut in and you need that sort of thing. We also do community outreach where we identify needs within the community and then we try to fill them. For example, Hastings had an after-school program for at-risk kids called at the Hour Center, and we determined that they wanted a computer learning center. And so we raised the money, we bought them computers, we bought them workstations, and we implemented that, and the kids got to use those after school, which obviously helped them with their homework and everything else. And then we do nonprofit outreach, which is how we got together with Farm to Family.
Okay.
We partner with other charities like Kids Bridge or Farm to Family to help them achieve their goals through funding. And when we decided to do Oktoberfest, because it's going to be a food event, food and libations, as it were, we thought who better to partner with than Farm and Family because they're a food organization.
Right, right. And so here at this Oktoberfest, which is going to be Sunday, October the 18th?
Sunday, October 18th from 11 to 8 p.m.
8 p.m., wow. Will there be beer at this Oktoberfest?
There might be a little bit. Actually, there's going to be... Burkhardt is providing, donating beer for us, the distributors, the Budweiser distributors, but also A1A Ale House is brewing a special brew for Oktoberfest, and they will be there. We'll have a huge tent for, like a beer garden tent, with tables and chairs for eating, a space for dancing, and a platform stage where we'll have 5 different bands playing throughout the day. Also there will be, I mean, we're cooking brats, of course, with sauerkraut and things like that. But we're also making one of the most popular street foods in Berlin. It's called a Donner.
Yes.
Which is a flatbread sandwich with marinated chicken and other condiments and stuff on it like that. There will be pretzels, and there will be ice cream.
Oh,
there will
wow.
be face painting.
I'll wear my lederhosen.
We have a woman who's going to do German face painting, Hansel and Gretel and things like that.
Yes, I think I know her, yes.
Yeah, and there'll be vendors, arts and crafts vendors, and we have our sponsors. Our major sponsors, of course, is May Management, which sponsors almost everything Sertoma does. They're big fans of ours, as we are of them. We also have Volkswagen as a sponsor, Hyundai, Kia, and many, many local sponsors, Harbor Bank. I could spend the next 10 minutes naming them all.
Great. Yes, I lived in Germany 14 years, so I have some expectations on the Oktoberfest. Okay, but that's great. I mean, it's the love for your community, you know, that makes a community stronger, and I guess that's what you're both doing. You're really showing great kindness, and you know, with the Pope and that whole trip, you know, I guess that was a huge message. Let's help those, you know, because that's really our duty as human beings. You can say Christians, blah, 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 but as human beings to others, we need to take care of those who are weaker or not as fortunate. So
there's an old African saying: if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go with others.
Very true.
And
Very
that's
true.
why, you know, we're a small charity. We've got maybe 20, 25 members. She's a small charity, but we put our two selves together, and we can do bigger things.
Bigger things, yes.
Together
Okay.
we can do more.
All right. So thank you both. So that is the Oktoberfest, Sunday, October 18th from
11 to 8 p.m.
8 p.m. So let's
and
support.
there'll be pie.
There'll be pie.
Pie.
Will there be music also?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
we have 5 bands.
Oh wow.
I can't tell you the names of all
It's
of them.
fine.
But,
I just needed to know if we have
The Easy
music.
from Jacksonville is
Right.
coming. We have Cholula, which is a local popular band,
Okay.
and there's 3 others who I should be naming, but
All right. Well, once again, thank you, and we really look forward. FirstCoast.tv will be there, and we'll be covering some of it so people see what they missed or what they were involved with. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you,
Thank
Ryan.
you.
Thank
All
you.
right.